know that they can't set me free and do what you've done for me. Don't wanna be like the sports superstar. No, I won't get too far. I just wanna be like you. I wanna be just like Jesus. I wanna be just like him every day. I wanna be just like Jesus every day. I wanna be just like him. I don't wanna be like the people that I see on the movie screen, 'cause I know that they can't set me free and do what you've done for me. I don't wanna be like anyone else I see. You're the only one for me. I just wanna be like you. I wanna be just like Jesus. I wanna be just like him every day. I wanna be just like Jesus every day. I wanna be just like him. I wanna say what you say. I wanna do what you do. I wanna go where you tell me to. I wanna be just like you. I wanna say what you say. I wanna do what you do. I wanna go where you tell me to. I wanna be just like you. I wanna say what you say. I wanna do what you do. I wanna go where you tell me to. I wanna be just like you. I wanna say what you say. I wanna do what you do. I wanna go where you tell me to. I wanna be just like you. I wanna be just like Jesus. I wanna be just like him every day. I wanna be just like Jesus every day. I wanna be just like him.
This chaotic, messy craft ends up with a surprising feature at the centre. You will need a sheet of paper, scissors, a pencil, crayons, blue tack and cardboard. Draw and cut out a cross from the cardboard. Blue tack it to the middle of the paper. Use different coloured crayons to create a messy look over the whole page, including over the cross. Carefully peel the cardboard off to reveal a white cross in the middle of the messiness. This craft reminds us that Jesus and his power in us helps us to overcome bad thinking and do good. even in the messiness of our lives and the world around us.
God's story, Jesus. So part of God's story, actually the biggest part of God's story, is about how he sent us a rescuer. And it goes like this. Way back in the beginning, God created a perfect world, and he made it exactly the way he wanted. It was full of good things like oceans and mountains and giraffes and jellyfish. There was no sickness or sadness or death, and he made people, Adam and Eve, to live in his perfect world with him forever. People were God's favorite creation. In fact, he called everything he made good, but he called people very good. Then something awful happened. They disobeyed God, and then that's when all the wrong things in the world began. Now, even though people disobeyed God, he loves us more than anything. So God planned a rescue. One day, he would send his son to rescue his family from all the wrong things in the world. That way, we could be close to God again. God's family was so excited about this rescuer. They waited hundreds and hundreds of years. They thought the rescuer would be a mighty king or maybe a powerful warrior. Imagine their surprise when the rescuer was born as a little baby. It was Jesus. It wasn't what they had expected, but it was exactly what God had planned. Jesus was completely human, but also completely God. That means he was perfect and never did anything wrong. He ate and slept and had friends, just like you and me, but he could also do incredible things that only God can do. And when he was all grown up, he was ready to show the whole world that he was God's son. When Jesus was an adult, he started traveling and doing miracles. A miracle is something amazing that can only happen with God's help. And Jesus did lots of miracles. He went to a party and turned water into wine. He fed 5,000 hungry people with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. He calmed a raging storm by telling it to stop. He walked on water. He healed people everywhere he went. He made blind people see and paralyzed people walk. He touched the sick and made their diseases disappear. He even brought a dead man back to life. And he told people that he could do all of this because he was the Son of God. Jesus didn't just heal people on the outside, he healed them on the inside too. He forgave their sins. That means they didn't have to be punished for their wrong choices. Instead, they could follow Jesus. Some people didn't like what Jesus was doing. They didn't believe he was the Son of God. And even after all the miracles Jesus did, like healing the sick and making blind people see, they still didn't believe him. They actually wanted Jesus to die. And that's exactly what happened. Jesus had to suffer and die on a cross, even though he had never done anything wrong. When Jesus died on the cross, God's family was brokenhearted. The rescuer was gone. They wondered how they would ever be close to God again. But then, something incredible happened. Jesus didn't stay dead. He came back to life. He was alive. He is alive. This was God's plan all along. Jesus chose to take the punishment for our sins. He died on the cross so we don't have to. And now anyone can become a part of God's family if we choose to believe that Jesus rescued us. We get to be close to Jesus because he loves us. He loves us when other people don't. He loves us when we feel left out, alone, and hurt. He loves us even when we do wrong things. And this isn't just your ordinary, everyday kind of love. It's the strongest, most powerful, never-ending, never-changing, always and forever kind of love. And no matter what we do or where we go, he will always be with us. And that's the story of Jesus. So in case you missed it, here's the quick version. God made a perfect world. People messed it up. God had a plan to rescue us. It was Jesus. He did miracles and healed people. He showed everyone that he's the Son of God. He died for us, rose from the dead, and forgave our sins. He loves us, and nothing will ever change that. And that's a really great part of God's story.